Shalom everybody, and you're welcome to the Shabbat this morning. The Parashat I was discussing about this morning is Parashat Tisa, and I subtitled it the real Purim, the true Purim. What is asked, because we celebrated Purim this week, I just want to try to link this Parashat with Purim together. Okay? So, although Purim is only a minor holiday with relatively new mitzvot, few mitzvot, and easy preparation, I would like to introduce a new concept to Purim. In no way am I suggesting that everyone go out and drink all the night and and be wasted. That's not what I'm saying. No. You can enjoy yourself, drink and eat and do it, but I'm not saying go and waste yourself up. No. This is a meaningful way to ascend to the level of our own greatest height. Purim, a holiday celebrated by encouraging the physical true observance of the particular mitzvot of the day, is constructed to Yom Kippur, a day where we were on a spiritual height through deprivation ourselves of physical pleasure. For 40 days, beginning with the month of Elul through the 10 days of remembrance, we learn and practice repentance, culminating on the Kol Nidre service of the Yom Kippur. Since the Purim is known in the Rabbinic literature as a day like Yom Kippur, we need to have a program that will lead us to that pinnacle on that day. I'm already starting the program now. I'm already starting looking forward to what? To Yom Kippur. See, I don't want us to be like, when we get to Yom Kippur, that's when we start rumbling. No. From now, from Purim, you should be looking upward to the Yom Kippur, because on the day of Yom Kippur, that is when God brings us to that place. I don't want to mention it now. You need to think about it. The question I asked. God is going to bring us to that place, and God is bringing us already in that place. And in that place, God will do something in us, each and every one of us. And when that thing is done, and if you are sincere with yourself, with your heart, with your soul, with everything that's concerned, if you are really sincere, you see that there is a change. There is an improvement both in your physical life and in your spiritual life. Because I don't want us, as I always say every time, I don't want us ever to just waste our time. Right? What are you doing here if you cannot improve yourself in a better way? What are you doing here if you cannot grow positively in a better way? It's just a waste of time. So go do something else, go play golf, play football, or watch game, and do whatever you want to do. But if you want to come and dedicate yourself to God, then the Torah is practical. The Torah is not theoretical at all. It has to be practicalized for it to count. Not just reading it. Not just saying blah, 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 blah. But once you practicalize it, I'm telling you, your life will never, ever be the same. All Israel has their ups and downs, better and worse, stronger and weaker time periods in their service to God. That is in the Avodah Adonai. I know for myself that there are times I learn better or I'm able to do more focus on growing as a person in my relationship with my Creator. And there are other times I find myself in the root. It is difficult to maintain that top of the ladder position every time. Remember, there is up and down in life. There's sometimes your mind is there, everything is there, and there's sometimes the noise in your ears that's not making you to do what? To concentrate. We all of us are human beings. Nobody is a spirit. But maybe if you are an angel, then you should let me know. But as far as I know, I am a human being with blood and with bone, with flesh. So there is this up and down every time. What God wants us to do is to be able to maintain our position, spiritual position, physical position constantly. Once we are up there, we should be able to maintain it. Remember, I told us it is easy to climb up. I always tell us that example. Many people say it's not easy, it's hard. No. I'm telling you, the easiest part is for you to climb up. But the hardest part is to remain up. That is the hardest part. The hardest part is always to remain in that position. You know that I am on top here and I don't want to come down. That is one I want us to understand. And this is what our rabbis are telling us. It's very hard to maintain that position, humanly speaking, but it's possible. Typically, we come down a bit and hopefully we are able to climb higher than before. It is recommended that we view our spiritual well-being in the form of the heart monitor. You see the heart, boom, 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 and it continues like that, seeing the jet line going up and down. Rare is the time when the line keeps on going up straight. If the line keep on going up straight, then the doctor will say, or the anesthesia will say, oh, there's an issue here. What is going on here? Something is not going, is not well with this patient, right? Because they monitor the what is going on in your body. So as I said, so instead it goes up and down, as does a spiritual heart monitor. At one point or another, each and every one of us accepted and committed to a certain lifestyle of keeping and observing a specific number of mitzvot and custom and our tradition, right? The Torah is a mitzvot, it's a command. The Torah is a kind of a custom. The Torah is a kind of a tradition of the people. The Torah is also a sword. Because the Holy One, blessed be He, said, my word is a sword that divides between the soul. At the same time, the Torah is a blessing. And at the same time, the Torah is a judgment. You need to understand those two sides of the Torah. Because many people only want to talk about one side, refusing to talk about the other side. And when people become confused, or when people see the other side, they say, hey, I was never told. Nobody tell me this. My rabbi didn't tell me. I don't think I can do this. But when people are told ahead of time, they understand what people have to understand what they are doing. Because if you don't understand what you are doing, you are just a follower, you just follow blindly, everybody will run into a pit blindly. But when you understand the principle, when you understand what is going on, when you understand the mechanism, nobody can deceive you. Because you understand the mechanism on how it works. So, we accept a certain level that unfortunately today we may not be living up to. When we became, we call it, so to say, a born again, right? When we become accepted in the beloved, when we accept the Torah, the truth Torah, which Yeshua HaMashiach has given us, right? He has given us this one, and this is the true one, which he has given us on Mount Sinai, right? For us, that we have to die to our old self, because nothing can grow without what? Without dying. If you say, I want to live, okay, continue. You cannot live if you don't die first. You have to die to your old self. You have to die to that ego. You have to die to that disease, that self, which you think that I every time. You have to remove that part, that flesh. You have to take it out. You have to die to that. Then before it can be what? Born in the spirit. Right? So that is the idea that the Torah that Yeshua is teaching us this morning. So once we understand that principle that we accept to follow the Torah, and we want to live up to this standard, just like in the day when we met our Creator on Mount Sinai, on that high standard. We want to remain in that level, then let us work hard to do that. One of the major points of the Purim story, which is often overlooked and rarely emphasized, was that the Israelites were recommitted or recommitment to the Torah. The Torah that they lost, they now recommit themselves to the Torah. Right? So, in the Megillah Esther, in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 27, which we are going to read later, it states that they fulfilled and accepted that which they had already accepted. That is in the Gemara. In the Gemara, it derives this, that they accept or they fulfill and accepted that which they had already accepted, referring to the Torah that was given to us at Mount Sinai, High Sinai. When this is yours, right? It has been given to you, right? But in one way or the other, you cast it aside. Okay, you begin to maybe let me do it my own way, right? And now you've now finally see that, oh, my own way didn't work. You know, it didn't work as I planned. So a person that is that has brain, you know, as a human being, that will say, you know what? Since this my own way didn't work, now let me go back to my what? To the old way. You know, this is the old way. The understanding. So okay, I will go back because that one I know because it works well. Since my own way didn't work, my mother way didn't work, let me go to the ways of my fathers. The ways my fathers worship the living God, and he answered them, and he blessed them, and he kept them, and he guided them. Let me go back to that old way, take it up again. So you are now, it's not that you lost it, you know, now you are now re-establishing back again that relationship. Return to God. God, I'm coming back home, me, the prodigal son. I am coming back home. Please have mercy on me. Forgive me. Now, this time around, I want you to hold me tight to yourself. There is one thing in Africa, among my people, we use it. And that thing, it's physical, but it has a very immense spiritual understanding. And this is where we bring our own talit. That's where it comes from. Talit. For us, that's where it comes from. When in the African tradition, when they put on the baby, we don't put baby in the front. We put the baby at the back, right? And there is a cloth like talit. We use it to tie the baby into the mother. Tie it. So it has an immense spiritual interpretation. It's telling us it is God that put us at his back and he tied us unto himself. It is not us that cling unto God. It is God that tied us to himself. And when you understand that, the Torah also says, I put you on my back and I take you like the eagle and I fly you over. You need to understand the immense spiritual interpretation of that cloth. It is that cloth. That cloth is very, for us, is very precious. Everyone, you keep your own. Every child has their own. The mama try as much as possible to give every child their own. Then you keep your own. That is your life. You keep your own. That keep you, it links you to your mama. You're having a problem, take it and tie it. And you pray. And the God of your mama will answer you. I'm telling you. Because you are tied to your mama eternally. It's just like the umbilical cord to the mama. For us, it has an immense spiritual understanding. So the same idea here, the Torah is telling us, it is God that put us, that tie us unto himself. It's not us. Because we as a human being, we are flesh, right? We can't do it by ourselves. It is him who does it for us every time. So what am I saying here? Is for us to be able to come back again, to come home, accepting the Torah that we've already accepted. Reaccepting the Torah that we've already accepted on Mount Sinai. That is it. Nothing more. So we have to we have all accepted upon ourselves at one point or the other, some early or some at the later time. There are people that accepted the Torah earlier. There are some people that came to the Torah when they are 50 years old, or when they are 40 years old, or when they are 30 years old. But there are some that have accepted it from the age of 13. The age of reasoning. They'll be following it non-stop. There are some that came to the Torah, to the understanding of the Torah at the age of 70 years old, 65 years old. As far as you are breathing, it's not too late. Nothing is late before God. Nothing is late. That is what I'm trying to say. Don't say, oh, I am an old man, I don't think I can do it. That is an excuse. Don't give excuse. Just do. Follow. And that is it. So we see that we got accepted to commit to divining. That is praying, asking God, reading, to do God what is good, hesed, washing what we eat, right? Being aware of doing what is just from what is evil, right? We accepted all those things, and we also accept to treat our neighbor like what? Like ourselves. All those are the simple principles that we have in the Torah, and to do what is good. That is, it's not hard, and to control what comes out of our tongue, lashon hara. Those are the simple things that the Torah is talking about, and so on and so forth. I am not here to dictate what people in the community should do. No. That's not my job. I'm not here to do that. But I do want each and every one of us, every person, to take upon himself or upon herself the highest level that they were once at on Mount Sinai. That is just what I'm saying. I'm not here to dictate to any one of us how to do your life, no. I'm just saying, my people, please, can we just look back and see where we are on that high level? Can we return back to that level? Can we look back and say, oh, even though the slave of my fathers cannot eat what I'm eating now. That's what I'm saying. The slave in my father's house cannot eat what I'm eating now. Why should I eat this? I better not go back to my father's house. And I'll tell him, I'm sorry, Papa. Have mercy. I'm coming home. Just make me like one of the servants. That is it. I don't want to be your son because I know I messed up. But let me be a servant just to serve you, because I know that with you I find mercy. That is it. Man will never be merciful, I'm telling you. David was very smart. David said, I'd rather fall in the hand of God than in the hand of a man. For man will never ever have mercy, but God will have mercy. So that is the idea, my people. Let us say, we are coming, let us go back home. Don't let us continue to waste our time and our life. Although the story of the Torah being given was a few weeks ago in Parashat Yitro concerning what we are talking about this morning, nevertheless, see this concept of taking it upon ourselves in this week's reading as well. In Parashat Tisa, we read how Moshe descended upon Mount Sinai from Sinai only to witness Israel worshipping the golden calf. Moshe, in total disgust, took the two tablets and smashed them to the floor, almost sending the message that Israel has rejected that which they accepted earlier. In Shemot chapter 34 verse 1, the Torah states, God said to Moshe, carve out 2 tablets for yourself, just like the first ones. I will write on those tablets the same words that were on the first tablet that you broke. The Gemara Pesachim 87b in the Talmud states that right before Moshe threw down the tablet, the holy letters flew away. Now the Holy One blessed be He tell Moshe those exact letters will be placed upon the second tablet. And he gave to Moshe, when he had made an end of speaking with him on Mount Sinai, the 2 tablets of the testimony, tablets of stone written by the finger of God, in the Exodus chapter 31 verse 18. Tablets written on both sides. On the one side and on the other side they were written. And the tablets, they were the work of God, and the written was the written of God, engraved upon the tablet. What did the passage is telling us here? It's that the word that was written back and front, right, in the tablet. When Moshe was about to smash it, those letters flew out, because those words are living. Remember, God is living. Whatever He pronounced lives. It's a life. It's a living being with intelligence. Those letters flew out from the stone. And God said, okay, carve the same one. And when He carved the same one, the same letter came back and inside itself in the stone. That's how it is. Remember, the Torah said the stone is written in and out, both sides. People think that that 5 was written here, 5 was written there. No, it's not that. That is not what the Torah is saying. There were 2 of them. What means? This is a what? This is an agreement. This is a contract. In contract, what do? Do you have only one contract? You have 2 copies for contract. One for the superior and one for the inferior. That is contract. Both are what is written here is exactly what is written here. It's a copy of itself. So one for the superior, for God, who is the superior one, and the second one is for us to keep. So both of them are kept in the what? In the ark. As a testimony that this is what we agree upon. You cannot come and now and say you are changing it. You sign, I sign. So why am I now come and say, okay, no, it doesn't work for me. I won't do it that way because we are all human beings. That's what we do. That is exactly what we do. When we sign, yeah. When the contract doesn't favor us again, we want to change it in the middle line. But it doesn't work that way. Since you agree from the beginning, we have to finish everything that we agree upon. But human being, no. When they favor us, everything is good. Democracy. Demonstration of madness. That's what I call democracy. Because they are crazy, all of them. Right? When the favor us is good. When democracy doesn't favor us, become dictator. Because no. It doesn't favor me again. That is the idea that we human beings will always do. But God is not human. God is not a flesh. It's not a bone. It doesn't have blood like me and you. He stands firm. We are the one that is drifting away from God. God is standing there. He's not moving nowhere. And we have to come back again to Him. He's always there. He's always standing, waiting for us. Right? So that is what I'm trying to let us understand here. God first made a covenant with our fathers, Abraham and his descendants. Circumcision being the sign of the covenant. The covenant is enacted through the circumcision at the 8th day old of all male infants belonging to the family of Abraham. Right? Any male who wants to join the Abrahamic family first needs to take upon himself the sign of circumcision, or the sign of this covenant, which is circumcision. And any male born into Abrahamic family who is not circumcised at 8 days old and does not correct it, does not correct this, when older, shall be cut off from his people. He has violated the covenant. Genesis 17, verse 14. By its very nature, the covenant between God and Abraham excludes all the other family of mankind. It is a covenant between God and Abraham's descendants. Whether they are Israelites, whether they are Ishmaelites, whether they are Edomites, whether they are all other children of Abraham from Keturah and so on and so forth. All these people who are descendants of Abraham have to keep this covenant. However, it was through Abraham's son Isaac that God will reconfirm his covenant and establish Isaac's son Jacob as the foundation of his people, calling him Israel. So, at Mount Sinai, God made a covenant with these people, Israel, and all those who had attached themselves, now Bnei Israel. All the people that now attach themselves to the people of Israel. Egyptian alike, Canaanite alike, everybody that came out from Egypt with them. A special covenant between God and Israel, his people. So now, what exactly is this covenant? A covenant is a part or a contract, as I said, whereby the party involved have certain obligations toward each other. The parties are well defined within the wording of the text, and the term of the covenant are stipulated, while the reward for keeping the covenant as well as the penalty of breaking the covenant. Because when you go to the bank, you want to buy a house, right? It's a kind of a covenant. Okay, the bank says, I'm going to give you what? So amount of money to buy your house, no? Yes, okay. Every month you do the blah 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 blah. And the bank do. And then when you now break any of it, will the bank come and say, oh, you know what? I understand Daddy, you have this issue, I understand you have that issue. Bank doesn't hear that one. Yeah, no. Bank does not want to hear your nonsense. Just make sure you pay your money. They are mafias. Every what? Every month. They don't care. Every year. And whatever you agree with them every week or every two weeks. They don't care. So this now, if you want to come and break the covenant now, what happened? The bank say, okay, I don't know that where you're going to live. They don't care. They come and take they come and take the house, no, and sell it and bring back their money. But we want to be what? We want to be smart. We want to change the contract in the middle, and we don't want God to act. It doesn't work that way, my friend. If it doesn't work with your physical bank, do you think it works with God? Come on. Because you don't see him, God is I can manipulate him. Okay, since you are smarter, go ahead. I won't have anything to say in that. So this is just the idea that I'm trying to let us know here. So the covenant between God and Israel has all of these above things. The parties are well defined. God and Israel. The time are stipulated. He will be our God. He will protect us against natures and enemies, give us the land of Canaan as an inheritance forever, provide for us with bounty and goody and great substances, and a whole host of other nice things. Right? Our obligation is to keep his Torah, seek justice in dealing with our fellow human beings, worship him alone, and be loyal to him alone, and no any other gods. Not much when we consider the benefit that we derive from the covenant. I'm telling you, it's not so easy. Serving, do the Torah, be good with our neighbor, right? Do justice, that is it. And then all these things, all the other ones, God will defend us, bless us, increase us, shine his face upon us, make us the greatest on earth, and make our family great. See, it's a lot of things. You will never lack. It's a lot of things. So what you just need from us is simple things. Right? Why he give us a lot of goody. Me, I don't know about you. Me, I'm a baby. I love goody. When you give me the sweet thing, I'm happy, because I like that goody. It's not hard. So if we realize and see what the Holy One have in stock for us as his people, as his children, there are usually, at least, as I said, these things are copied. We want to use this opportunity I want to use this opportunity that the Holy One has given us to do what? To launch a kind of what is called Operation Purim project. Operation Purim project. And what is the operation? And what do we have on Purim? On Purim, we realize that all the Jews, all the Yehudim in Shushan on that day, they all come together as one. They begin to share among themselves, begin to send gifts among one another. So the Operation Purim project is for us to be able to come together as one, share among one another. See those brothers, those sisters, those one that doesn't have, share with them. Right? Try to show, right, that the Torah is real in us. It's very, very important, right? Because when we talk about the Torah, I say it's practical. It is not only theory. Please, let's act as the Holy One has commanded us. And I'm telling you, and see if something will not change in your life. I'm telling you. See, if you share, do mine first, the Torah says, and you will never lack. Let's combine together as a family. Let's combine together as a people. Let's combine together as one single entity, so that nothing can divide us as a single entity, oneness. And let's act, and let's help one another. Let's have that brotherly love. That is not just, oh, I love you, mouth, only mouth. There is no action, right? Oh, I'm in need. I want you to help me, for example, right? I say, go pray. when you pray, God will answer you. I know. I'm with you in prayer. I will pray. Okay. But he can help. But he just says, I will pray. It's mocking you, technically. And it's mocking God. Don't do that. This is what I can have. This is what I can do. Maximum I can do for you. But I want you to find a way out. We will pray together. Do the spiritual, do the physical. Don't only stay on the spiritual side alone. Do the physical, and don't not only stay on the physical alone. Both of them have to be done. It's two sides. It's not one side. We all need to do in order to bring down our God's blessing upon us, to bestow upon us a good and fruitful life in our own land, unmolested by others, is to keep our part of the contract signed at Mount Sinai over 3,500 years ago. And he will keep it. Not much to ask. Not much to ask. When we keep our part of the contract, he always keep his part. Even though when we don't even keep our part, he still keep his part. Because he's a merciful, he's a compassionate, he's a gracious God. So, my people, don't let us take this as a for granted. I know my God is merciful, he's compassionate, he's gracious. Remember, the same God is a God of judgment, right? So don't let us take it as granted. Let's work on it. Let's stand up. Let's help others. Let's help one another. You know, that is what I want to see in our family at Israel. For to rise up and stand as one. You know, continue, because when we are one, we are undivided. Nobody can divide us. So if you are not one, then the enemy can creep in and start, you know, doing kind of smitty, and we don't want that. So as one, we will conquer. Parashat, Tisa, the reap Purim. The reap Purim is sharing, is blessing, is, you know, enjoying ourselves together as one family. Shabbat Shalom.